Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are back in business. We are feeling good, and look at this. We have weekly content. Not only is it weekly content, but we've also got a actual schedule for videos, not just on YouTube, but also on TikTok as well. This video is part 3 of my remaking and recasting the Harry Potter series. We are now recasting and remaking the Prisoner of Azkaban, which is one of my personal favourites, and I'm really looking forward to getting into this. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, check them out now. I've done part 1, which is the Philosopher's Stone. There's a lot of recastings in that one. I've also done part 2, the Chamber of Secrets, where we are narrowing it down to specific characters relevant for those specific movies. Just one quick reminder of the ground rules, and that is the fact that we will not be recasting anybody of school age in my series. It is only going to be the adults in the series that we are recasting. In my opinion, anyone of school age needs to be unknown new actors or actresses. As always, please don't forget to give this video a like and also subscribe to the channel. It really doesn't cost you anything, and I really want you guys to get involved. Do leave a comment of what you think of my castings and who you would cast in any specific roles. I do reply to every single comment, so please get involved in the chat and I will get involved with you guys there as well. Also, just another quick reminder, we do have a Twitter account and we also have a Discord server. All the links are on my YouTube channel. So, the first person we're going to be recasting is when Harry gets off of the night bus at Diagon Alley and is located by none other than the Minister of Magic, Cornelius Fudge. There were several people that I thought of could play in this role, but one kept coming back to me and I would love to see him play it. And that person is none other than Rowan Atkinson. He is probably best known for his role as Mr. Bean. In that role, he is a comedy genius and can do so much without actually speaking. He's also known for other funny roles, such as Johnny English. He's a fantastic actor, and I think he would be brilliant at portraying the slightly bumbling and scared Cornelius Fudge that we see come out throughout the books, but he also could play that slightly stern side that we see when he is fearful of losing his power. I think Rowan Atkinson would be perfect in the role, and I would love to see him portray it. So my choice for Cornelius Fudge is going to be Rowan Atkinson. The next person that we meet in our story is going to be on the Hogwarts Express. Dementors are going to come onto the train and search for Sirius, and when this happens, the students are going to be in a compartment with the new Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher. And that, of course, is Professor Remus Lupin. I've seen a couple of people suggested online for playing this role, and they have all been brilliant suggestions. However, I've come up with my own theory for who should play this character, and I'm incredibly happy with it. I would love to see James McAvoy portray this character. He is obviously very well known from the recent X-Men series where he plays Charles Xavier. I think that role is very similar to that of Lupin. He plays a fatherly figure and also one of a teacher, and I think it'll be fantastic to see him in this role. I also think it'll be interesting to see him later on in the series when it comes to the love story between him and Tonks, and also the story play out where he has to be undercover amongst the werewolves. I think he'll be brilliant in the role, so my choice for Remus Lupin is going to be James McAvoy. Back in Hogwarts, and Harry comes across another teacher who's going to play a large part within this particular series, and that is, of course, Professor Sybil Trelawney. Professor Trelawney's character is a very strange character in the whole of the series. She is often portrayed as comic relief, however she is very vital to the whole plot of the story. She was the one that put everything in motion for the story to happen by making the prophecy about Harry Potter and the Dark Lord. Her portrayal in the original movies was fantastic, and it was very difficult for me to find somebody else to play the role who I think would play it as well. I have, however, settled on one person, and that is Joanne Froggatt. She is best known for her role in Downton Abbey, where she played Anna Bates, but she has also recently starred in a PBS series called Dark Angel. I think aesthetically she matches the role of Professor Trelawney very well, and she has definitely got the acting potential to be able to play that slightly kooky role of Professor Trelawney. So my casting for Professor Trelawney is going to be Joanne Froggatt. There is one other teacher that I want to mention for this series, and that is Professor Flitwick. I searched around the internet to see if there was anyone who I could see playing this role better, and I really could not see anybody playing it better than Warwick Davis. I know this will seem like a bit of a cop-out, but I do believe that Warwick Davis should play the role of Flitwick. However, I do not want him to play more than one role in the series, and I am very happy with my choice of Peter Dinklage playing Griphook in my Philosopher's Stone breakdown. So my choice for Flitwick is going to be the return of Warwick Davis. And the final character that we need to cast for this is none other than Peter Pettigrew. He obviously plays a large role in this book, but also throughout the rest of the series he is going to be a main player. In my mind, I could only see one person in this role, and that was before it was cast in the original movies. I've mentioned that I would like to try to keep it closer to the ages of the characters. However, this person is older than I would like to have cast. But in the story, it is mentioned that Pettigrew does look older than his age because of the stress and the life that he has been living under as a rat throughout the series. My choice for Peter Pettigrew is going to be Toby Jones. Toby Jones is probably best known for his roles in the Captain America films, where he played Dr. Arnim Zola. He's also been in films such as Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy and The Hunger Games. His aesthetic is perfect for Pettigrew, and when I saw him on the screen for the first time, I pictured him as Peter Pettigrew. I do not think anyone else would be able to play this role as well as him, and I would love to see him in my recast. So my casting for Peter Pettigrew is going to be Toby Jones. So there are a few things that are missed out in the original movies that I would like to add into my series. One of the main ones is Quidditch. Quidditch was missed out drastically in this film, and I would like to see it re-added and we would see every single game. I would like to see the extent of Harry losing his first game, and then also the excitement of getting the firebolt. The firebolt was completely mishandled in the original movies, and I would love to see it played out properly with the scenes of Hermione sending Professor McGonagall to get it checked out because she believes it could be jinxed and sent by Sirius Black. We would then have the aftermath of the effect of that, of Hermione not being in contact with Harry and Ron, and we will see how their relationship plays out with that. We'd also have Hermione then being able to go and help Hagrid with the Buckbeak trial to try and help Buckbeak from not being executed. Also, when Sirius comes into the castle, he tries to get past the Fat Lady and is unable to do so. When this happens in the books, the Fat Lady is then replaced by Sir Cadogan. I really want to see Sir Cadogan in the series properly. This then opens up the other time that Sirius comes into the castle and ends up in the Gryffindor dorm room. This is when Sir Cadogan gave Neville all of the lists to the passwords for the next week. I would love to see this played out in film, as it was missed out completely from the originals. I'd also like to see an extension of the teachings that Professor Lupin does around Harry for him learning the Patronus charm, and just see their relationship grow slightly more. I'd also like to see a more in-depth dive into the relationship between Snape and Lupin. We understood that they hated each other, but it was very difficult to understand that there was actually history between them in the movies because they had to cut things short. And finally, one more thing I would like included is just more emphasis on the amount of work that Hermione is doing throughout the school year, and the fact that she has overloaded herself with the amount of subjects that she's taken on, just to give more emphasis to the fact the Time Turner is in play before it's actually revealed at the end of the series. So, there we have it. That was my remaking and recasting of The Prisoner of Azkaban. Let me know in the comments what you thought of my recasts, and let me know who you think should be cast in any specific role. I stated at the beginning, I'm going to state it again, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. I make videos like this all the time. I also do trailer breakdowns and Harry Potter theories. If that sounds like anything you're interested in, please get involved. But I hope you enjoyed part 3, and I look forward to seeing you in part 4, where we're going to remake and recast the Goblet of Fire, and that should be coming next week. Weekly content. Make sure you look after yourself, guys, and I will see you in the next video. But until then, mischief managed. Constance, calm down, okay? What do you mean you found it? A true one, not a typical one. See, I knew the calamity could be controlled. This opens up so many possibilities. No, it's literally just for research and education. That's all I want it for. So do you think we can replicate it? Okay, we'll get to work straight away. Constance, thank you. And pass my thanks on to Gareth as well.